My, what a,
Maybe I'm just a kid in love. Maybe I'm just a kid in love. Oh, baby, this is what it's like falling in love. Then I don't ever want to grow up.
okay, I literally, like, almost died. I'm not even, like, gonna start this right now. Like, that's a time for a different story. But my heart is, like, I almost died. If you want to see a story time video about that, it's really not that interesting. It's like, I'll put it at the end of like my next video or something if you really want to see that. But oh my god, it's just a scary experience. I was almost in a car accident like 5 minutes ago. First, this is my cat. Her name is Belle. Possibly we might change it still. She's stinky because she smells bad. I think something's wrong with her butt. Like, honestly, you need to stop. You can't. My camera's charging right now. It's plugged in. No, Rory, no, please stop. Please, I wanted to do this. The lighting is actually decent right now because it's pouring rain, and I hate rain, and I gotta leave in an hour to go pick up my brother. Little bratty asshole. Can you lie down, please? Lie down. Oh, that's my Starbucks. Anyways, let's ignore my hair as well. But today's video, I'm gonna do a story time. The time that I didn't meet Shawn Mendes 4 different times. This has happened over the past 2 years. I've been trying to meet him since 2014. It is now 2016. Last one happened a week ago from tomorrow. I'm still not emotionally stable. I don't know if I ever will be. This is slightly a bit of a rant as well because I'm pissed off. You need to stop. I'm just pissed off that stuff doesn't work out. And it's not really my doing for any of these situations as well. So that kind of makes it worse. But yeah, instead of making this 1,000 years long, I'm just going to kind of go into the video now. So to start off, a bit of backstory. I've liked Shawn Mendes for a very, very long time. I've liked him before his first single came out. I liked him when he was just posting covers on Vine. I've liked him for a very, very long time. I've tried over the last year to not become completely obsessed like I am with Justin Bieber. Like, not gonna lie, like, over the top. You should have seen it. Oh my god. Me. 2012 me at the Believe tour. What I wore. Oh my god. If you want to see that picture, if we get this video to 10 likes, then I will share that picture because that's like the most cringeworthy picture I have ever taken. Like, you think hardcore fangirl? Picture me. It is so bad. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I wore this in public. Like, I made my own clothes for this. I can't believe I did that. It is so embarrassing. Like, I spent so much money on that. Oh my god. Yeah, anyways, I've tried to not become obsessed with him over the last years. I have tried to contain myself, and every time I'd be like, no, oh, I want to, like, fangirl over him and, like, try and calm down, try and stay on the lower end. She's eating my cords, I know it. Thanks, I'll just sit on your head. But yeah, so I've tried to keep it on the DL, kind of like low-key. I never said that word before. I've tried to make it not as severe as I would like to admit it, but I am 100% admitting it now. I try to avoid watching all like those cute moments and funny moments and if all the interviews and stuff, but it's kind of happened now, and I binge watched every single one of them a couple months ago, and now I am like full on decked out, like it's written in my soul. Yeah, anyways, so onto the stories, because this is gonna be way too long of a video, and it's just already like my dog's head is on my lap, and my cat is playing. Ow! So the first story happens in 2012. Ow, you need to stop. I'm pretty sure he was here for We Day. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure it was for We Day. And he had like this little meet and greet, like Q&A thing that he did in Vancouver. And I wanted to go to it. I wanted to go see him perform at We Day. Didn't get it. Oh, I'm also going to be throwing in the 2 times? Yeah, 2 times I didn't get to see him perform live. First one was We Day because they decided to not pick me because I never get picked for anything in school. So I didn't get to go see him, and I'm still bitter about that. But yeah, anyway, so I missed seeing him perform at We Day. And I'm like, no, you know, it's okay. not the end of the world. Like, I'll go next year. Hopefully he'll be back. He wasn't, but whatever. Yeah, so he was doing like a meet and greet Q&A kind of thing in Vancouver, like I just said. This is in 2014, and I really wanted to go to it, but my parents were leaving for Hawaii the next morning. And they didn't want me staying out late downtown Vancouver, having to come pick me up at night, drive me home, and have to be at the airport for 5 a.m. So they said I couldn't go, which makes sense, yes. I understand that, like, they don't want to have to be going out late. I was only, how old was I, 14 or 15 at the time. They didn't want me going downtown by myself in the first place. Like, they wouldn't let me go because of that, probably, anyways. They still don't let me go by myself, which I don't understand. Like, I'm going into college, and I'm not allowed to take the bus by myself. But yeah, so I kind of understood that. I was kind of upset about that. A bunch of, like, my mutuals, my Twitter friends, met him, was fetus, and I'm very bitter about this now. But, you know, it wasn't the end of the world. I wasn't the biggest fan. I was still a fan, but it wasn't, like, life or death situation. So that was my first story. The second one was in 2015. This was exactly a year ago, a couple days ago. On July 29th, 2015, I had the chance to meet him. He was downtown at Vancouver filming The 100. He was staying downtown. He wasn't filming it downtown, but he was in Vancouver filming The 100. He made a cameo. He made a guest appearance. He was in The 100, like the Netflix series, or maybe it's on TV too. I don't know. I watched it on Netflix. It's a good show. I just got into it. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. He's on, is it season 2? I don't know. It's season 3. No, season 2, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Possibly. So I initially went downtown to go and meet the Janoskians. At first, I had no idea he was downtown. I went down on the 29th, and I ended up meeting Daniel, one of the Janoskians, and that was the only one I ended up meeting. I saw Bo Brooks on the street outside McDonald's, and I did absolutely nothing. I think I might do an updated, like, year after, it's just over a year now, meeting the Janoskians, like, the truth about it, like, so I'm not all, like, starstruck about it, but, like, the truth about meeting them and, like, tips and that kind of stuff, because I was kind of just like, oh my god. Oh my god. It was, like, the first people I ever met, too. Actually, no, that's true. I met JC Caitlin, which I've never posted that video. If you want to see my experience about that, of me being, like, 100% starstruck, like I filmed it the next day, I'll post that. Yeah, so I ended up going downtown, meeting Daniel the first day, and being absolutely crushed that I didn't meet any of the other boys. So I'm like, and that was the day I found out that Shawn was downtown. I was with my friend Kat. I met her that day. Happy 1 year, yay! We just celebrated our 1 year. We tweeted each other. That was a great celebration. But yeah, I met her that day. I actually was meeting up with her friend, and through her friend I met her, and, like, she's awesome. I love Kat. Like, she's amazing. If you're watching this, I doubt you're watching this, but you're awesome. But yeah, so I hung out with her all that day, and she was going downtown the next day, and she wanted to go meet Shawn, and I wanted to meet Shawn too, but, like, my friends, I went with Summer and Natasha, they didn't really care about him that much, and, like, at this point, I wanted to meet the Janoskians. Like, they were my number one priority that day. Like I said, I tried to keep myself less, like, over the top with Shawn, although I failed, and I've just accepted it, and I'm happy if I've accepted it now. Yeah, so I went downtown, was crushed, because I only met Daniel, and I saw Bo for a few seconds walking down the street and did absolutely nothing. So I'm like, no, we need to go back down the next day, and we did. I'm surprised our parents let us do this. I'm surprised Natasha, my best friend, I'm surprised her mom let her go back downtown, because she was supposed to go downtown to go sightseeing. We weren't sightseeing. Sorry, Pauline. Like, we weren't sightseeing. We were looking for celebrities. Like, it wasn't what you thought it was, but, you know, she took pictures of buildings and stuff and made it look like we were, so it was all good. But her mom found out anyways, so I don't understand how she's allowed to go down the next day. But we ended up all being allowed to go downtown. Left the next morning early. We were downtown for, I think it was 9 a.m. First went to the hotel. We ended up meeting all of the Janoskians. It was amazing. They're so nice. Like I said, I'll do an updated video on that if you want to see it. I'll probably do that anyways because I like to ramble. But yeah, so that was awesome. And we still had like an hour and a half after we met them all that we were still downtown because Summer, my other best friend, her mom was picking us up from the SkyTrain station, and we had the SkyTrain from downtown to like a 34-minute SkyTrain, and so we still had a bit of time till we had to leave. We didn't want to leave yet. We wanted to maybe bump into them again, see them again, which we ended up doing, and I got another picture with James, and I got a video for one of my friends, and it was a good time. We ended up spending half an hour with Bo, which was really amazing. I'm talking about, I need to stop. Anyways, back to Shawn. I still have two other stories. So, I I knew Kat really loved Shawn, and she wanted to meet him so bad. So we were just kind of wandering around, staying outside the hotel, just like chilling in the shade, charging our phones, and I went on Snapchat. And I opened up one of the, I think it was one of the Brooks brothers, for sure. I'm not sure if it was Bo or if it was Luke or Jay. Obviously, those are all the Brooks brothers. But I looked, and they posted a Snapchat saying, when you see Shawn Mendes at the gym. They were at the gym down the street. Like, I knew what gym they went to. Daniel had a thing that he got from the hotel that you can go and try out this gym, like, while you're staying there, and, like, they have a thing with the hotel where, like, if people want to go work out, since they don't have it at the hotel, they can go down the street. It's literally, the hotel's here, the street goes around, it's in the back. So it was, like, a block down and down the street a bit. And so it was, like, a 2-minute walk. So I run up to Kat, and I'm like, Shawn Mendes is at the gym with the Janoskians. I didn't mean to say it that loud. I guess I said it really loud, because all of a sudden, everyone that was standing around them stands up, and they all just start going down to the street. And there's a few girls there. There's like 3 maybe. And at first, it was very disrespectful what people were doing. You could see Shawn through the window. That was the first time I ever saw him in person, and I was like, oh my god, he's real. So I was like pretty happy. And we saw all the Janoskis, they were working out and stuff, and people were taking pictures and walking by the windows because there was like this big window wall, and then like little walls where the door is and whatever, like the other wall to the other building. So people were taking pictures, and I'm like, guys, like, we need to stop. I remember I was being such a mom, like, they will come out if you scream, if you run, if you freak out, if you take pictures of them, if you're disrespectful, they will leave. All of them. If it's the Janoskians, if it's Shawn, if it's whoever. There's other people in that gym working out right now, and you can't be taking pictures through the window because that's, like, extremely disrespectful, and you can't be doing that. So I kept on telling people, I'm like, calm down, get away from the window, and so everyone kind of was calming down. I was talking just to everyone. Like, I was like, oh, I'm just, like, on fire right now. I'm a very shy person, so I was, like, really proud of myself. And I'll do another video about, like, how concerts, I'm not shy and that kind of stuff in another day. I have so many video ideas right now, like Janoskians, JC, Shy. I'm doing a concert rant after I film this. Like, it's going down. But yeah, so I'm like, oh my god, okay, he's coming out. We're gonna meet him. I'm so excited. I didn't know how long they'd be in the gym, but I know people don't work out for hours and hours and hours, so he's got to come out eventually. And we went around. There was no back exit or anything, I don't believe. I don't remember there being a back exit. Everyone was just kind of out front. And at this point, Summer starts telling us, you know, guys, we have to go. My mom's going to be there in like 45 minutes, and we still have to go all the way down the other side of Granville, which was like a 15-minute walk to the SkyTrain station, and then we have to take the SkyTrain. We have to leave. I'm like, no, I don't want to leave. Like, I want to meet him. We have to stay. She's like, no, we have to go. So we waited a few more minutes, and she's like, fine, we have to go. Like, we can't wait any longer. So we're like, crap. And her mom was going to be there in half an hour, and it's a 34-minute SkyTrain, and it takes us time to get there. So I'm like, okay, I said my goodbyes. I'm like, okay, Kat, I really hope you meet him. If you meet him, let's, like, have a good experience. Hug him, tell him you love him. Like, I really hope you meet him. I was kind of upset, but I'm like, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get out of there, and I don't want to, like, keep your mom waiting, and, like, I understand we have to go. Literally booked it down Granville. 15-minute walk. We got there in, like, 5 minutes. We were sprinting down the street. We actually got hit on by some 2 guys, which I don't understand. All of us looked disgusting. Actually, Natasha looked okay, surprisingly, which I don't understand how. But me and Summer were a sweaty hot mess, and we were wearing matching Janoskians concert t-shirts, and my hair was, like, stuck to my face because I was sprinting down the street, and we were sprinting all over the place. Like, we'd see them at one point, so we'd, like, book it down the street and, like, get there, and then they'd be gone, so we'd run down the street and try and find them. Although when they were there, we never ran, because, like, that's disrespectful, and, like, I don't want to mob them and, like, scare them and stuff. But yeah, so I was a sweaty hot mess, and some guys was like, hey, where's McDonald's? And like, oh, it's just down the street. Like, we just passed. We were stopped at a crosswalk. We couldn't cross. And Natasha was upside down doing her hair. We're like, and we're like, oh, it's just down the street. And they're like, oh, we don't actually care. We just wanted to talk to you. And then they kept on talking to us and stuff. And it's like, hey, we gotta go. And Natasha fixed her hair. The light turned green. And she's like, we gotta go. And she sprinted across the street and grabbed us, and we started running. So it's like, that was stressful. But we got on the SkyTrain, and I got a text 10 minutes later saying, I just met Shawn. What? 10 minutes? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We could have sprinted down the street tiny bit faster. That would have shaved off maybe 2 minutes. Her mom could have waited an extra 5, and you know, maybe we wouldn't have to get on a different SkyTrain, or maybe something would happen. I think we ended up getting lost in the SkyTrain too. I think this was the time. We got on the wrong SkyTrain and we got all confused, so we wasted a bunch of time too. So we could have met him if we would have gotten the right SkyTrain, if we would have ran a tiny bit faster, and if we wouldn't have got stopped by those guys, which we wouldn't have if we would have stayed a couple minutes later. And we would have got to meet him. Kind of just makes me want to pull my hair out. You know, as he gets bigger, it gets harder and harder to meet him. But yeah. So this brings me to my last 2 scenarios. One of them was another thing I was off by 10 minutes. So I went to Shawn's concert on Wednesday, July 27th, which was exactly a week ago from tomorrow. It is Tuesday today. It happened on a Wednesday. Well, we got there around 2:30, I think. We got into Starbucks and I saw Serene, and she's like, I'm gonna meet him, and she had to go and meet him at 3. She's going to her thing, and so I'm like, you know, I'm kind of bitter because, you know, my ticket costed me way too much than it should have. Initially I was going to buy pre-sale, which you had to buy a $35 or something to her passport, which I really want now. But I don't have because I didn't spend the $35, and I ended up spending the extra $35 anyways. StubHub basically bought all the tickets, and it's just, it'll be in my concert rant about all that bullshit and stuff. But, oh god, I'm heated right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if I would have bought the normal ticket and the thing and the pre-sale thing, I would have had, my tickets would have been about the same. I had pretty good seats. They were row 17, which I thought was going to be farther back than they were, but they're actually fairly close. I'll insert a picture here. So it wasn't too bad of seats at all, actually. I was actually pretty happy with them, especially since we bought them like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the actual show, because like I couldn't find anyone to go with me, and it was just a stressful situation. Back to like the whole situation where I can't take a bus by myself, even though, you know, I would have met up with Serene, and I would have, you know, I could have stayed the night at her house, but my parents were like, no, I haven't met her. You can't stay there. I don't know who this is. But yeah, so I ended up going anyways, as you can probably tell. But I went with 2 people who are fake fans completely. Sorry guys, I love you, but you are fake fans, and I regret going with you, but at the same time I don't, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to go. But someone else deserves those seats. They knew like none of the songs. They were having a conversation about them before. When there was like the whole visuals on the screen, there was like a feather, and they're like, Tinkerbell! And I'm like, I'm gonna shoot you. They knew Stitches and Life of the Party. And that's it. They didn't know The Wait. They didn't even know Treat You Better. They didn't know Ruin. They didn't know anything. They didn't know Aftertaste. They didn't know anything. Like I said, I'm heated. But yeah, so we got there with me and my friend Rachel, who I went with, one of the girls. The other one met up with us just before because she had to babysit. So we went into Starbucks, and Serene came in, and I'm like, oh, hey. We hugged, and we're like, oh my god, you're meeting him in like 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh my god. She's like, oh my god. And so she went in, and she left and had to go get in line to meet him. I'm like, okay, let's go wander around. Let's go by the stage door. Let's go and try and find him, because, like, I know he's probably already in there, but maybe there'll be someone from his crew, or maybe there'll be someone different. And she's like, yeah, sure, we'll walk around, and then let's go get some food and, like, charge your phones and stuff. It's like, okay, so we walk by the stage door, and I'm like, oh, we should stay here, like, we should chill here. And she's like, okay, let's go charge our phones first and stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess. There's a few other people. There's this girl, Kayla, who I know. There's a few other people who I knew. And I guess Papermate People came out, who was the people who sponsored. And by the way, I love that pen. I should have taken more. They're amazing pens. Like, Papermate pens are the best. Like, the gel ones, like, oh, girl. Oh, I love those pens. I love those pens. Yeah, so we went to Starbucks, or not Starbucks. We went to McDonald's, and I guess a couple minutes later, Papermate People came out and gave them free meet and greet tickets. 10 minutes after we left. So, you know, I was kind of upset because, you know, we should have stayed there, and if I was with Summer and Natasha, we would have been there almost the entire time. We would have been on our phones very small amounts, and even if we were, we would have used portable chargers, and then we would have went and we would have charged them once we knew he was in during the meet and greet, and we would have made it all work and planned it out a bit better. We would have been there earlier in the morning when he went in, but, you know, I tried to get down the earliest I could, and the earliest I could was 2:30 because she didn't want to leave any earlier, which it was her first concert and her first time being downtown Vancouver, so, like, she didn't know what to expect, and I don't blame her, but, like, girl, we did it wrong. But yeah, so we didn't get that, and I was kind of upset, but I'm like, you know, not a big deal, like, it sucks, I'm not going to meet him again, but really, it's not that big of a chance. Like, I really probably wouldn't have met him anyways, like, I probably wouldn't have gotten that. But yeah, it was kind of upsetting because it's like, oh, I had my chance again and I missed it. And for my final story, which is the one that gets me the most, actually no, the one last year gets me the most, but this one's second, especially, oh god. I was literally in tears. I'm like, no, like, ugh. So I got a cat, as you saw, and the day after the concert, okay, Shawn loves Vancouver, like, he absolutely loves it. Thank God, because, like, come back, please. Come live in my house. Live in my bed. We can go to Vancouver all the time. It's an hour and a half minute long bus ride, but, you know, we will make it work. I will drive my car. I'll do it for you. But yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so a bunch of people were downtown. Serene was going to go downtown. A bunch of my other friends were going to go downtown, and I really wanted to go downtown. But once again, the two girls I wasn't going to invite because not only would they not go downtown, well, they both had to do something for their brother's baseball team later that day, so they wouldn't be able to go anyways. One of them was already downtown. One of them was downtown. While he was downtown, didn't even bother looking for him. I'm like, girl, no! He's literally 5 minutes away from you meeting people right now, and you're at this stupid flyover Canada thing, waiting outside, taking pictures of the water. Water! You can take pictures of Shawn. You can take pictures with Shawn. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, so she was downtown and I was not, and this was like, I wanted to go downtown. I wanted to be down there for like 10 a.m., maybe 11 a.m. Like, it takes me a long time to get down there, so if I take the 8:20 bus, I'd get down there by like 10-ish. I wanted to go downtown. I was fine going by myself. I would meet up with Serene down there. She really wanted me to go. I really wanted to go. I got my hair done. I got dressed. I just had to do my makeup, and I was only going to do minimal. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to go downtown. And my parents were like, no, you can't. You're not doing that. One, it's too far. Two, you went downtown yesterday. I don't want you going by yourself. You have to stay home and watch your cat because your brother has hockey. I'm like, okay, well, I would be leaving in like half an hour, 45 minutes. You're leaving now. You'll be home in like an hour and a half. She can stay home that long. It's not that big of a deal. I need to, hold on, my camera is going to die. And you've been filming too long, so use all your storage because that's literally me right now. And my camera's also filled with Justin videos and Shawn videos, so whoops. But yeah, so I wanted to go downtown and they refused to let me go. I was in tears. My dad was calling me a baby. He's like, get over it. You don't need to go downtown. You went yesterday. I get it. You want to meet him. It would be cool, but you don't need to meet him. Not the end of the world. And so I was really upset. And PCD was hitting me so hard. I've never had PCD so bad in my entire life. But it was just like, like, it's the worst PCD I've ever had. I've been to quite a few concerts. I've been to, let's see, Justin 3 times now, My World Believe, and Purpose. I've been to Demi. I've been to Taylor. I've been to Troy Sivan. Oh, I said that weird. I've been to Shawn. I've been to Janossians. I have been to Ed Sheeran. I have been to Demi Lovato. Like, I have been to quite a few concerts, and I've never had PCD this bad before. Justin has always been my number one, and yes, it kind of sucked. I was kind of upset after it, but I knew I didn't have a chance of meeting him. I knew that was very far-fetched, but, like, I went outside his hotel, and we saw him outside. My friend has a video of him, like, running under, like, a thing, sprinting into his thing. We saw Allison Kay. We saw Rory. We saw, that's my dog's name. I'm sorry she didn't wake up. We saw, who else did we see? We saw a couple of his dancers. Like, we saw a bunch of his crew and stuff, and it was really cool. So I had a very good experience that day. Even though we didn't actually get to meet him or meet anyone, it was still very, very cool, and I'm really happy about that experience. I think why Shawn was worse was because I had the chance to meet him and I didn't, and I had the chance to get sound check and I didn't, and I had the chance to meet him on the street and I didn't. I had the chance to make my experience a lot better and it just wasn't. So I think that's what makes it the hardest, was the fact that I had such high hopes for it and nothing went as planned. Yeah, this video is way too long, but thanks for watching. If you stuck all the way through, let me know. If you've ever met Shawn or if you've ever met any other celebrities, let me know by commenting down below. I would love to hear your experiences and your stories, or if you've had the same kind of experience as me and not met him like 4,000 times, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. But yeah, this video is way too long and I'm gonna hate myself when I have to edit this, because like I already have 2 videos on my computer that are pre-filmed, but one is 35 minutes long of footage and one is 45 minutes long of footage, and this one's probably gonna be about half an hour of footage, and I am going to shoot someone. You know what? Welcome to Fangirl Friday. I'm gonna post this on next Friday because this Friday I already have a video that I'm posting. I'm gonna be posting videos like this hopefully on Fridays. I don't know if I'll be able to do this because I post every Tuesday on this channel with like a main channel video. I'll try and do every Friday, no promises, but like Fridays with like fangirl videos. I post every Monday on a collab channel, which it'll be linked down below. You should go subscribe because like I like those people. Those people are my friends. I'm part of it. Like I don't know what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm gonna go because I still wanted to film another video. And I have like 2 minutes of storage left on this, so I don't know how it's gonna work. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys on Tuesday with another video, because let's see if this even makes it to Friday. It might be on Tuesday. Let's see if I have any time to film another video. Yeah, okay, goodbye.